Welcome to Social Work 600, Social Welfare Policy. My name is Sarah Ryman, and I'm going to be your instructor for this semester. So I've put together a little PowerPoint presentation just as like a course introduction and an overview of some of the main components of the course. So we'll go through that very quickly. Thanks. So this is just an agenda for the PowerPoint. We'll go over the syllabus, the objectives of the course, what some of the general expectations are from you and from me, communication, what assignments, we'll briefly go over those, activities that we'll be going over or doing in class, and then questions. So these are the course objectives, and you can also find these in your syllabus. Basically, throughout the course, we want to develop an understanding of the overall structure of social policy, and particularly social welfare policy in the U.S. We'll relate this to poverty and inequality, and as well as racism and discrimination. We'll get an understanding of the major policy analysis concepts and how to apply them. And we're going to also want to get an understanding of the historical or traditional factors that played a part in creating our current social welfare programs. So again, like I mentioned, we'll get a sort of an understanding of the impact of the problems of institutional discrimination and racism on minorities and people of color. Also, we want to get an understanding of the processes of how policy is developed and implemented, and look at it through the various branches of the U.S. government and the government structure. An understanding of how social work profession plays a part in this, and initiating and supporting social policy and welfare programs and advocacy. A few like objectives really specific to our class will be, we're going to critically analyze policies, including how you can ameliorate or exacerbate inequalities, how they can do that. And also a big part of the course is using the discussion forums to exchange ideas and perspectives. There may be some ideas or perspectives that make you maybe uncomfortable to talk about, but it's important to talk about those things. So we'll be doing that, and we're also going to sort of monitor current events as far as it relates to social policy. And there's a lot going on now, so you guys picked a good time to take this course. So the most important thing is to read the entire syllabus. It is in Blackboard now, and at the end there is a course schedule, which for the most part is pretty accurate and up to date. I may change little things here and there along the way, but I'll always let you know. There'll be nothing big. No dates will change as far as assignment due dates, unless for some reason we decide as a class to change them. The activities and things that we do in class are sort of left general and left open, because I'm still I know that we will have one every class, but I'm not, I haven't planned throughout the entire course what specifically we'll be doing. But we'll go over that when we get to assignments. But so throughout the course, you'll probably have questions that come up. But so I advise you to go to the syllabus first and look for your answer. If you can't find it, then there's a couple of different ways to contact me, which we will talk about in detail in another slide. But in the discussion forums section, discussion board section, which you'll see on the left-hand side of your menu in Blackboard, the very first forum is a general course questions forum. So you can post any questions there, and actually that forum is anyone can respond. So you may have a question that someone has already asked or knows the answer to, another classmate, and they may post it there, so you may get your answer there quickly. But other than that, go to the syllabus first and see if it's in there. That's going to be like your guide for the course. General expectations. So it's an online class, and I don't know how many of you have taken an online class before, but some people, if you haven't taken a class before, you may be wondering what it's like. Am I going to do well at it? What exactly is my expectation? What are your expectations of me? So basically with online class, it does require, some people think, oh, I'll take an online class, it'll be so easy. And that's what I thought when I said, oh, I'll teach an online class, it'll be easy. It's actually, I found that it's probably a little bit more work. I know for myself, it's a little bit more work. Even if I have a class already developed, I'm always constantly changing, revising, updating things. And putting everything online is really, it's a lot of work. And then, of course, online also involves the discussion forums, which also takes a lot of time and work, having to read them and grade them. But also for you, sometimes if you're not used to the online format, you may, not set up your week or your schedules to sort of fit it into your life, and you may forget. So it's something that you have to be conscious of, because it's not always going to hit you in the face. If an in-person class, you have to go at a certain day and time, and so that makes it a little easier for you to keep track of things. So with this Blackboard, you have to try to remember to at least check in at least twice a week. You are more than welcome to check in more times, but I suggest, maybe set an alarm on your phone for certain times during the week where you have free time, and go in and just check out what's going on. The weeks that you have assignments, you might, so we say about 6 hours is about, there's no definite time limit that you need to spend. But we say for this course, or courses of this time length, that you spend at least 6 hours a week. Sometimes it might be more depending on what if you have assignments due. Also, to complete all the readings. There's required readings, which are basically chapters from your text. Occasionally I may I may have another reading that is pertinent to that week, but mostly it's going to be your textbook. There are recommended readings which are not required. They're just there for your benefit if you want additional resources, or something that I found, or one of the other professors found that was interesting. But you're going to need to do at least the required readings, because they're pertinent to the discussion boards we have every week. And also to complete all the class activities and assignments, in a timely manner. Everything has a due date, and we'll talk about that more when we talk about assignments. So some more expectations. You'll be interacting with each other in group work and on the discussion boards. So, even though this is an in-person class, I'm still trying to incorporate some kind of group work, because I think it's important. So you'll all be assigned to a group, which you'll be in the same group the whole semester. And there are different assignments for you guys as a group. Some of the, when you do participate in discussions, it's expected that it'll be a substantial, with the material. It's, we can tell that you've read the material, you're interacting, and it's not just a standard, yes, I agree with you, period. They should be thoughtful, and you should listen and respond to your classmates. Communication. So email is the best way to communicate with me. It's the most responsive way, and the quickest way. I will respond. I give a 24 to 48 hour time period, but I usually respond, quicker than that. I get emails obviously on my phone. So unless it's the weekend, I'm pretty much, I'll see your emails as soon as they come in. The weekends I also will respond, but it may not be as quick. But what I do ask that when you do email me, that you put in the subject line the course name, so I know that it's, an email that's related to the course, and I want to look at it right away. You can also post questions in the general course questions forum. Like I said before, I don't get notifications when there's something posted there. So I would actually have to go on to Blackboard to see if there were any posts. And just like you, I may, be like, oh, going throughout my day and then be like, oh, I have an online class. I better go check that. So, it may not be my first thought. So I suggest that you use that form for questions that are, general about the course that obviously you need answered, but it's not urgent. It's not something that you need right away. Because one, somebody may answer it before I even get to it, which would be great. And two, I'll probably only check it. It says I say at least 2 times a week, but for the most part, I will be on Blackboard probably every day. But I wouldn't rely on that as your best option for reaching me urgently. Let's see, what else? I am, even though we're not in person, and I'm hoping that all your questions can be answered either through emailing me or through the general course questions forum. But if not, and you feel like you need more, I will, set up a virtual office hour for anybody who needs it. I'm not going to give a date or time because I want it to be, to suit everyone, both your schedule and my schedule. So if you do find that you need a little bit more, conversation with me, and just shoot me an email and let me know, and we can together work to set up a time where we can meet either over the phone or I can set up a Zoom. If there's ever a time when there's a group of people, like let's say your whole group has questions, and we can set up a Zoom meeting and meet together to talk. So, but just let me know, okay? And also, what's really, really important, I know that things come up in life, obviously. The same goes for me. We have busy lives. We are working. If you're a parent and you may be working and doing homeschooling, or virtual learning with your children, you have jobs and other things going on. So things are bound to come up and things may happen. I understand that. I just ask that you communicate as soon as possible, as soon as you know that something is going on. Don't wait until you're like so far, behind that, it's going to be more difficult for you to catch up. So as soon as you feel like there's some issue going on and you maybe need some extra time or extra guidance, just communicate with me. Just let me know. That's the most important, is to always keep me in the loop about what's going on. I also have my cell phone number on the syllabus. I ask that you not call just randomly. If we set up a time to call, that's fine. But you can feel free to text me. But I just ask that if you text, you say who you are. I've had students text me before, and it's like, oh, I wanted a question about blah, blah, blah. And I was like, who is this? So just let me know who you are. But I don't mind receiving text from you if that's, but I also ask that you kind of keep, obviously within reason. Don't text me all the time, or, if there's something that you need right away and you can't get a hold of me, or you emailed me and you didn't hear back from me, or something very urgent, just you can feel free to text. Okay, assignments. So even though this is online, and we're not in person, your class participation and attendance is still very important, and still something that we are going to, sort of keep track of. And the way that we do this, or the way that I am going to be doing this, is through these weekly participation forums, group work, and other sort of activities that we do in class. So you'll notice that if you look at the schedule in the syllabus, that classes pretty much follow the same format. And actually I'll go over, I have another slide for like class activities. But so you'll have the same things every week that you'll do that contribute to your participation and attendance. There are 2 assignments. One is an organizational impact of social policy kind of memorandum that you do. And the second one is a policy analysis, where you actually analyze a policy that you choose. There's a midterm and there's a final. And I've listed the percentages there for you of how much of your grade it goes towards. And we will, you'll be provided more detailed information. Some more detailed information is included in the syllabus, and then additionally, before each assignment, we'll go over some more details again. So the way Blackboard's set up, which you'll see, is by week. So every week module, I call it, will have all the activities and information and resources you need in that week. I would love to have the entire semester created before classes start, but that doesn't always happen. I do have somewhat of a shell created, but no matter what, by 11:59 on the Sunday before the week starts, that week's activities will be there. But you can pretty much guarantee that the same assignments are going to be there, just will be a different topic. Now, if I have things completed beforehand, I will open up those weeks ahead of time so you can take a look. It just depends on my workload and how much I get done, but they'll definitely be up, by the Sunday night before the week begins. And just as an overall, for all of your assignments, no matter what day they're due, it's always 11:59 on the date that it's due. So let's say you have an assignment due on Tuesday, you know that you have all Tuesday until 11:59 to turn it in. So that's the standard time. So as far as your weekly activities, there's again the required readings, which will be mostly your chapter readings. There may be one or two others that are required throughout the semester. But there'll also be recommended readings and resources, and they'll be distinguished between the two, so you know which are recommended and which are required. Recommended readings are just additional things to enhance, you're learning the concepts. So they could be readings, articles, video clips, anything like that. So they may be thrown in there occasionally. Also, every week, as part of your participation and attendance grade, we'll have the participation forum or participation activities, and usually they're in the forum discussion board kind of setup, and they're usually based on your readings from the week before. And then small group activities. There's usually always a group activity, so with your group you will work together to do the assignment, whatever it is, and one person will be, you guys will decide among yourselves, one person will be the scribe, and that'll be the person that posts it, but everyone will get the same grade. It'll be a group grade for that. And then I'll always have PowerPoints just sort of like this, with slides and me talking and video for you to use for additional research, like if we had been in class. So I think that's it. I think I covered everything. If there's something I missed, again, communicate with me in one of the ways that we discussed. And I'm really looking forward to having you guys in class. Thanks. Bye.